I want to say good evening and welcome to Campaign Consultant Series. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the first step that we're on, giving some information about the product that individuals are asking about and asking a lot about. Um, First, I want to first give honor. You know, I have to give honor to God before I start. Give you guys a scripture so you shall understand, shall lack nothing, and put all faith and trust into God. So we're going to start off with saying, the Lord will command blessings on you in your storehouse and all to which you set your hands. Bless you in the land which the Lord your God is giving you. Deuteronomy 28, 2 and 9. I'm excited to be giving you that scripture. I want you to meditate on that scripture after you get off the line, after you get off the show. What I want you to understand about this scripture is that it's a prophecy. It's not something that God has said. We're just reading now for something that happened back in the day. This is a covenant. When God decided to establish his covenant with his children for his name's sake, and also his promise, the promises to the forefathers, he wanted you to understand as a child of God and as in a covenant of God, not bound to any other oath but to the oath of God. He wants you to first understand that this is your inheritance. It's not something that someone has to come and give you. It's something that's already yours for the taking. All you have to do is say, I receive. There's nothing you have to do physically. Mentally, you have to know that it's yours. You have to see the vision that is yours, and you have to understand that you can execute on that vision. Understand this. As we go forward today in this show, I want you to understand that this is the land in which God promised to us. Understand that it's not any other land for you to go to, but you're in the land right now on America's soil, what God decided to give to his children. Now, when he decided to give this to his children, he wanted you to understand that it wasn't just going to come with ease, meaning that it wasn't going to come with being uncontented, but it will come with rest on all sides once you meet that other side. And we're talking about spiritual things, comparing spiritual things to spiritual things, because we know physical things cannot stand in our way if we believe in our Father in heaven and do as he said and obey as he said, so he can count us blameless when it's time to hand everything over to us. So next, I want to get into the stage of my campaign consulting, everything that I offer. First, I'm going to start with I offer websites where you only have to pay a one-time fee. This is another inheritance for you. No monthly fees. You don't have to pay any monthly fees. The website is yours. So 10 years from now, somebody will still be pulling up your website. You won't have to say it's my website down. Next, I want to tell you about our university. Our university is a platform of software that I purchased so that me and my team can build you your niche. The software, a lot of individuals probably will go and try to get the software, but the software is not the real priority. And it's the real priority is being with experts and individuals who can see your niche, explain to you your niche, and know how to put your website together to draw clients and draw results from the very beginning. We have Coach Shashina Gill, CEO, who is our network membership. She helps you to put your network membership together, teach you how to deal with women in a back office, teach you how to get your network marketing skills, get your fan skills up, get your I want to say so much because she also business. She deals with business a lot of paperwork. So when you're dealing with her with your membership, you're going to have the right plan. She'll help you put together a plan. Next, we're dealing with our next associate is Brandy Adamson. Miss Brandy Adamson is on board because Miss Brandy Adamson worked for the government for at least government contracting for at least 25 years. When she decided to branch off and do her other coaching as a business, she decided to coach individuals, which is ministers, leaders, coaches, Anyone that have nonprofit or business expertise that want to know how to get, if you're a business, you want to know how to get sponsors, how to get money into your, because you don't have to really go get loans, you don't really have to go look for a lot of grants. What you can do, she can help you do, is get your sponsors and also set up tours for you. She's very excellent at that. Next, I want to talk about getting a business plan prepared for your university. Miss Brandy Adamson is great at preparing a business plan, and I also want you to understand, becoming a university owner is not just you becoming a university owner. This is your business. This is something that's going to bring you real current income. This is something that's going to bring in clients. So we want to make sure that you reach your success in a professional way. Next, I want you to understand that my publishing, with the publishing company, just to give you a little insight on the publishing company, as I was going to theology school, it was then that God spoke to me, which I really didn't know until He started showing me skilled craftsmen in the Bible and how they put kingdoms together organized, and not just throw a kingdom together and everybody go to church and nobody organized. People understood their gift, but they also understood their office, what their business set was, and what their gift set was, how their gift can impact their business. So when you decide to come together with our company, we understand that you're being elected to purpose and that you're a skilled craftsman. We're not just going to get anyone out the street. We're building a kingdom. That's what we came together for, to build a kingdom. I didn't just say I wanted to become a publisher, because I didn't want to become a publisher. I wanted to go forward with the business that I was already in. But God told me that He wanted to take me out and be a publisher because of the situations that occur in all aspects of publishing, where individuals can stop you from publishing, individuals can block your publisher from helping you. And on that time, there's nothing that can be done once you contact me and I decide to help you. I want to tell you about the publishing because I want communities to understand that once you become a publisher, you have authority. And with your authority, you can use it to influence your community. That's why you see so many problems if someone become a publisher and you always see people starting to attack them. They understand the power of influence. The power of influence is showing individuals what your expertise is. No matter what nobody else said in the world, you have in black and white what your expertise are, what you're good at, and what you can help your community and what you can influence your community with. So when I say come together as multiple skilled craftsmen and women to change the world, building strongly structured men and women, I want you to understand that this particular group that I'm talking about can be organized in your community. If you have your expertise on hand, or if you want to work in a certain field, whenever something happens, you don't have to begin to scream and holler, because you want them to understand that you're intelligent enough to do it the right way, and you're not going to slip. That's how God is going to prepare you as blameless. So with this book that you have and with this organization you put together, which is a firm, you then begin to get individuals that went to school for paralegal, get individuals that went to school for other expertise that's in the government system, or individuals that you can send to school to put in the government system, because we're not trying to fight the government system, we're trying to change the government system. And a good forerunner for you, if you want to change the government system or if you want to change your community, is to use your book. When individuals need a speaker, you can use your book. So I'm just giving you another option of ways that you can deal with it. Not only that, you can influence schools, you can influence libraries, you can influence cities, you can influence the country, you can influence the nation. Whatever you decide to do is at your hand's reach. We don't have to die to do it, what I'm saying. We can do it just like we saw every other organization do it, and that's to go into the government system. And we know when you go into the government system, you're going into it because you have that compassion to change things for individuals in your community. You have that compassion to change things for churches. You have that compassion to change things for businesses. So that's what we're here for. We're not here in competition, because I don't believe that the kingdom have competition. First of all, I believe that the kingdom is, if God spoke unity, then that's what it shall be. That's so be. Next, I want to talk about us helping you to create magazines. Now, we also help authors, churches, businesses, whoever you may be, we help you to create a magazine. Why? Because of the circulation. We want to circulate the information that we have, and we understand the power of publishing. So that's why I said I'm a publishing company, because I publish universities, I publish books, websites, commercials. It's no end to publishing. It's just an umbrella when I say publishing. So I want you to understand that this season right now is not the season to have division. And prophetically, this is the season for individuals to use their intelligence, use the prayer line with God, and get into how you're going to change things, because nothing has been changed. So how are you going to change it? How are you going to influence the world? I first spoke at Charter College as a cultural author, Charter College here in Arkansas. The reason why I'm excited about speaking as a culture author, and I spoke as a culture author as an adversity breaker. The reason why they call me adversity breaker, because I didn't let adversity break me. But I understood if I was going to break adversity, I had to do it like I saw my forefathers do it. And they way back in the days when they were saying slavery, they was becoming authors. Way back in the days, they was being mayors, senators, businesses, the first individuals to create nursing homes. So I don't understand why we have this perspective of what African Americans can get a chance to do when we already had the chance to do it, and we did it positively. Everything was positive. First of all, when you get in, it's supposed to be positive. It's supposed to influence and change. Second of all, I want to talk a little bit more about my publishing, because I do children books. We're doing children books with my publishing. I help individuals create children books so that children can have a sense of knowing what income is like and have a savings before they grow up, first of all. And they also are already known. That's already having authority as they're growing up and creating their children's books. I'm excited about the children because I'm excited to see them do something and create something that was done with their hands, first of all. When they understand that they are the one that's creating, they are the one drawing the pictures, they are the one coming up with the picture, from a young sense of what I can do, not what somebody to do as they become 12, 13, 14. They're saying what they can do. So as they grow up, no one can tell them what they cannot do. That's the important part of creating young entrepreneurs. And we have a website, a children's website that's called the Children's Clubhouse, where we're going to be having young authors come aboard, create books, and mothers and children come together, support the children, and have book night, club night. When you read it, we're also going to have cartoons also prepared from the children on our website so they can have godly and moral cartoons. I'm going to talk about the website building, because I believe the website building is very important when you're deciding to create any of what I just discussed. When you decide to create your website, you first of all want to find out what you want the name of your website to be. We're saying that you don't want your website name you don't want your website name with like 26 or 36 letters in it. You want something that explains your niche, explain what you're doing, and also have your name linked to it. If you don't have your name linked to it, you can explain what you're doing by spelling the name out, spelling your niche out of what you're doing. And now, the reason why I'm thinking right now, because I'm doing my client's page right now, and her page is for you, hype. And with hype, I'm gonna put it up later on today when we get finished that website. I'm gonna put it up and show you how she spelled out what it is that she's doing. So I'm excited about that. Next, I wanna put up my PowerPoint first to show you guys, and what I'm putting up right now is part of my book called Campaign Consulting, with Dr. Serena Washington, which is $37. The reason it's $37 is because you're going to get a 45-minute intensified session. Now, when I mean intensified, I'm not meaning racking your brain or having you overthink. I mean that I'm going to do my job, and by the time we get finished, you're going to have goals that you're going to have to go and fulfill to go to your next level. You're going to know that somebody's there to support you. You're going to know that somebody's there that's designed, that's not getting information from me, but I plan all my projects by the direction of God, and either where it goes, it's going to come through God. So all of my clients pretty much tell me when I'm creating a product that I started on my own, just creating what they already was thinking they wanted to do. And so I'm thanking God for that gift. All glory goes to God, not to me. Next, I want you to know I'm about to put part of my book up so you can see it. I'm not going to put too much in my book up, but I'm going to put a couple of pages in my book up so that you can understand what it is you'll be getting. Now, what we're going to be talking about first on the site is we're going to be talking about your website. Going over a couple of pages quickly for you to see it. And we're talking about subdomains as well, but we're definitely going to talk about website. Now, we're creating a website. You want to identify with your domain name first of all. Once you identify with your domain name, you can move on to the next step, but it's talking to you a little bit about the length of your domain name, as you can see here. It's talking about obtaining a domain name that will help you in your market niche and strategy. That's most important because when individuals type your name in Google, you want to make sure if they type a CEO in the Google that they find your website, that it pops up somewhere within there. We most likely want it to come up first, but if you have to choose another name, then we definitely know that you will be showing up with your CEO, choosing the correct CEO words. Now, this is talking about to structure your brand. Now, with structuring your brand, you put after you get your website, structure your brand, because remember, that's what I am. I'm helping you to brand yourself in an elegant way. I'm just not any other brander. I don't do all the many colors and different situations because I create you a color pattern from the beginning. So we're going to talk about your structure and your brand. Put your domain name on your letterhead, business card, printing material. Put it on your phone recording, the side of your card. Don't forget to include it with your emails. Make sure at the end of your emails that you go and put your signature and you let them know what it is that you do in case it's something they're looking to have done. You keep it short and memorable. Don't get the URL that uses 26 letters of all the alphabet. Next, we're talking about remember. Your domain name is an extension of your business and your brand of your service, your product or your service. Now, I like to help individuals create a product, and I'm going to tell you why. Teach on creating a product and teach on creating a service. I believe that while you're creating your service, that you should have at least a workbook to go forward, or you should have at least a magazine to go forward. First of all, before we even get started, because I know the power of publication, I know the power of circulation, and I know the power of word of mouth when somebody gets in your hand and tell someone that you would be the best person to get in touch with. So we all know what a website is. The website is a service, provide a service that allows individuals and business to post web pages to the internet. That's for short of the whole page that you will get in this workbook. Next, what I'm excited about is using your subdomains in the business of drawbacks. Now, when we're talking about using your subdomains, we're talking about using a back office that's already in First, your main domain name. The subdomain is a branch off from your main domain. When we say this to let you know that you can use your main domain, add a subdomain in front of that to still brand your main domain. So say for instance, you want to start a university off of your main domain, or you just want to create a couple of landing pages for all of your courses that you're creating. Well, your main domain will be there, but the name of that course will be in front of your main domain. Page, and you will direct them back to your university or back to your main page, but it'll be customized for a subject that you're speaking on at that time. And so the next thing I want to tell you about is make sure you have a landing page and a sales funnel designed and set up. So very important. I have a course that's coming out about sales funnels. The landing page information will be there to show you how to create your own if you want to. I also have a course that's coming out to teach you how to become a self-published author. That course is $350, and it gives you the information you need so that you can go and publish your book. Now, if you want to have help from me as someone to help you to design the format and everything for the book, then you can go to one of my consultant courses that I have. I'm going to show you my consultant, and I want to go a little bit into get the best out of your website hosting. I've already spoke with you about this. Now, when you're talking about getting the best, how do you choose a hosted provider when there are thousands of hosters and companies available? I spoke to you about that earlier, about my company bringing to you software for a website where you pay a one-time fee, which is $250. You own it for the rest of your life. You get it designed, you get a commercial made, and you also get promotional items to go along with it, to pass it out, to use it for your social media. So that's the plan that we have for every individual. You won't have to be worrying or biting your nails trying to figure out. Now, once we get finished talking about your website building, we're going to go to the calendar. I'm going to ask you, because I'm an action coach, I'm an accountability coach, someone that likes to start the project with you. Make sure you get started so it don't be any procrastination. We're going to talk about, right here, as you can see, right under it, we're going to talk about designing a website with the domain, the flyers, the banners, the opt-in pages, and the spokesperson page, the spokesperson for your pages, because you also can have spokesperson, live spokesperson speaking for individuals for you. The next point we're going to get to is the total cost. Now, before we get started with the program, I ask all my clients to please go and take a break. Two individuals that help you to meditate, holistic individuals that help you to meditate and just go into your sacredcy with your project. So we don't want you to go into your project overwhelmed. So when you do decide to put your down payment down after we speak, you have to go and take care of yourself. You have to go and meditate. You have to go just take self-care. I believe in that before projects, because in the midst of doing projects, a lot of individuals get nervous. And this is talking to every coach, because this is something I have studied since I've been working. Normally when clients are getting to the end of a project and they're nervous about what other people are going to think, what other people are going to say, is it perfect, is it how it's supposed to be, they're going to get nervous, and that nervousness is going to reflect back off of you, because now they're thinking, should they push? So that's why before we start and after we start, you have to go into your meditation season before we even launch, because the launching process is something very serious before you get launched, because I'm going to be with you on live, like you see me now. I'm going to be on here live, asking you questions. I'm going to make sure that individuals understand your niche, understand your expertise. What I like about it is kind of like co-signing off on your project. That's why I take divine right clients. I'm gonna tell them what I like about your project, what I like about your product, what I like about your services, because many individuals don't know that they even have services inside of them. That's what their gifts are for, to produce those services. That's to help individuals. We're going into a season, and we'll talk about that right after I cut this off. So this is the part that I ask you. Do you feel a sense, deep breath, and tell my clients, how do you feel since you have accomplished the first part of our Soul Campaign Signature Course? That's the first question that I ask. How do you feel? Once I do that, I speak with my clients and they tell me how it is that they feel. We get to the point of the next step, but I always like to kind of keep track of how my clients are doing mentally with the many things that's going on in the world, and many situations that people are going through behind closed doors. You want to make sure that you're not pushing them or anything. So that's what I'm excited about now, when I ask them how they feel. Right now, I'm asking you how you feel. Do you feel that you can go forward with your project? Do you feel that it's a need for your expertise to be in the world? Do you believe that you have what it takes to change the world? Meaning, change the world until we change ourselves first. Once we change ourselves, we take what we learn to change ourselves and we give it to the world. Even if it's teaching, if it's being a nursery, if it's a nurse, whatever it is, whatever business that you came up with, you was given this idea to birth into the earth realm. And I'm excited to be talking to you guys today. This is a TV show that you'll see coming on. You'll see it every week. I told you on Saturdays it'll probably be early like this. I want to say again, thank you to my partner, Dr. Emmanuel Paco, my spiritual son in Nigeria, Lagos, who just took off in waves this last month and the last 2 months. I'm excited about him, excited about what he's doing, about getting a doctoral license out to individuals that get their doctoral license out. I thank you so much for being my partner and for being the Senate over in Nigeria, Lagos, and for having us as your elected officials as a combination and giving out doctoral degrees to individuals that definitely did their work to deserve it. So I want to say thank you, Dr. Emmanuel Paco. I want to say thank you to my partner here in America, which is Brandy Adamson, Miss Brandy Adamson, CEO, Miss Shoshana Gibbs. I want to say thank you to Marlon in Christ, who is our official gospel rapper over in America, and you'll be seeing more of his music come out, especially Proverbs 31 woman who puts her mind to what she wants to do and have no fear for what's going to happen in her home. Have a blessed day.